What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Phantom Goes 239, and today's anime review, I don't even give a fuck. I'm gonna upload this tomorrow or today because I just finished watching Seven Deadly Sins, or as its predecessors in Japanese will call it, Nanatiro Sono. Oh my gosh, Nanatsu no Taizai. I'm pretty sure I said that somewhat accurately, but not exactly. So, this review, I'm going to say a lot of stuff that's contains spoilers. So, I want everybody to understand right now, I watched a different version of Seven Deadly Sins. So, the difference is I don't watch it on Netflix. On Netflix, there is the dub version, which is a really nice dub cast. I love the characters, the voice actors. They did wonderful as voicing the characters. But I'm watching the sub version, which I'm watching it on Anime HD, which is the perfect app to watch this on. And on that version, it's basically ahead of what Netflix is showing to people who are watching the dub version of Seven Deadly Sins. So, take it in a grain of salt if you guys want to hear me talk about all the things I'm going to talk about. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, right off the bat, my first impressions of it, I want to talk about it before I get anything further about it. So, first impressions, I love it. I love the characters. I love the plot, and I love the adventurous vibe that I get from them. I love each individual character. I love Meliodas, Elizabeth, Gother, Captain Leftovers, Merlene, Escanor, King, Diane, Bon. I love Bon and Meliodas' relationship. I love their relationship. It is completely amazing. It's just the basic bro out relationship I ever saw, and I love it between those two. I love the chemistry behind all the sins in the first place, and I love the methodical thing that they put into it. So, like, how each of them are categorized with each of the sin. Like, I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but I can only remember three, which Escanor, he is by far the strongest member of the Seven Deadly Sins, which is there's 7 of them. So Escanor is a sin of pride, and that's a sin in real life. I love how they incorporate that with the characters to show what that represents in a character, what pride is shown. What is the sin of pride and what is being shown onto a person. Escanor shows that. And Meliodas, I think he is the sin of wrath or something along those lines, and he is the leader of the Seven Deadly Sins. He's an ongoing out character. Really love him. One of my favorite protagonists of all time. Well, I feel like the whole group of Seven Deadly Sins is its own protagonist at the same time, because each of the characters goes through their own little flashbacks, their own little story and everything. Gother, he is the sin of lust. You don't see that at all. You only see it when one of the episodes it goes through his whole arc, like his whole entire story of how he is. It goes through with all of the characters, all 7 of the deadly sins. They always show a bit by them until you understand the complete story of who they were before, how they met up with others, and how they are right now. So Gother, he is the sin of lust. You don't see that. You don't see that throughout the whole anime. You only see it through a flashback or a story of him and how he is before and now. Bon, one of my second favorite characters in the Seven Deadly Sins. He is the sin of greed, and greed is just everything you want to take, and you get to see a lot of that when he uses his ability as well. I can't remember the other sins as well, but of Diane or King, but I can only remember Meliodas. He's the wrath. Bon, greed. Gother, lust. Escanor Pride, I don't know too much about Marlene. I don't know what's her sin, but her, Marlene, King, and Diane, they all shared the same sins of, like the actual testament of like the Bible and everything. And they incorporated that to the Ten Commandments as well too. I love what they did here with how, and they incorporated stuff like, religious belief into this anime. I wouldn't think that was like, could be like its own little way of entertainment or anything. They just did it like so well, and I have to give props of A1 Studios of creating this masterful anime, one of the best animes out there that I ever watched, and I got so excited. It's just the story and how the characters are drawn up is just so amazing, and all the adventures that they tell on to well, I haven't watched like the movies or anything, so I can't say like the adventures at all, because there's only 2 major plots that are shown in this anime. That a 4th season that it's coming, I will talk about that on my second channel if you guys want to go check out what there is. I'm Fanny to you. Link will be down below in the description. Enough of that plug. But yeah, I love how they incorporated all the stuff of religious belief and everything, and how there's a hell, demons, and all that. I love what they did here with incorporating all that into this anime. It is amazing, and I never been surprised like that. Like, that definitely hit me off the guard. So, enough about all the good impressions and everything. I want to get more into it with the whole plot of this anime, and it is really good. It gets a little bit complicated a little bit if you don't if you pay attention, then you'll understand it. But I will try to summarize up as much as I can remember, because I just finished the 3rd season of some of those sins like today, so I want to get everything out of my way, my thoughts, my feelings, and everything. So basically, the 7 deadly sins were framed from killing a holy knight. I forgot about those are incorporated as well into this anime. So yeah, the 7 deadly sins were framed of killing one of the holy knights, and then more into it after that, it was an actual demon that took control of another person, of 2 people, I'm pretty sure, and one of them was a holy knight as well that made a plan to kill their brother, which was a holy knight as well, and they killed his brother, framed the 7 deadly sins doing it, and having the world turn against them, so they hid away so no one can never find them, until a princess named Elizabeth that can't remember, that wants to get out all the 7 deadly sins together, because I think there was like a major threat in the kingdom or something, and that they need the 7 deadly sins back together to help the kingdom of something else. I can't remember too much of what that problem was, but at the end of it, all the 7 deadly sins got all together. They defeated the demon that corrupted the 2 holy knights to conspiracize to kill one of the holy knights' brother, and then that was basically that was the whole plot there. And then that's to another plot of the 10 Commandments that was showing the introduction of the 10 Commandments and everything, and that there's more and more to it about them 3,000 years ago, of a holy war between the Demon Clan and the Holy Clan, and they clashed together, and I think it was the Holy Clan won that war 3,000 years ago, and the Demon Clan lost to them. So the holy angels and everything, they locked them up, sealed them away for 3,000 years, and later, with the demon, it's just a little bit more and more into it and all that. You just need to watch. So I'm just butchering it so hard because I'm not giving all the details. I'm only giving some of what I could remember personally. But yeah, the whole entire plot with the whole 10 Commandments is just basically the 7 deadly sins needs to power up, needs to increase their power and everything to go against them one at a time, and then more into it, that they defeated half of the Ten Commandments, and then a little bit more afterwards, you get to understand more about Meliodas and Elizabeth, of their chemistry and what history that they had before. That's right. Before, there's more into on that, of those two having a curse that's placed upon them and everything, and that those two curses, I'm not gonna talk too much about that, but in the third season, it's basically the whole entire plot is that Meliodas needs to be the Demon King to order to break the curse of his and Elizabeth's and everything else. And again, I'm sorry, but I'm butchering a lot. I'm missing a lot of stuff that I'm talking about, but you guys gotta bear with me of what I just want to specifically want to say in each thing. So I am very sorry. You can yell at me in the comment section all you guys want, because I know there are some things that I am missing that I'm not incorporating into this video. But yeah, that's the whole plot and everything, and it is, again, it's by far amazing. I love what they did here, where they incorporated a religious belief, such as what I said, and they put it into this anime, and it's really great. I would put this as like one of my like top 5 favorite animes of all time. One of them would be Fairy Tail as well for number 1, and then I think My Hero Academia as well, and then I will put Seven Deadly Sins in there as well, because it's just really well, nicely done and written, and really entertaining and everything. But I only have a bit of complaint of this of the anime itself. One, I don't necessarily like the pacing. I feel like the pacing was just a little bit too slow, so I kind of do not want them to rush the anime or anything, like how like they should rush the story. No, I don't think that they need to rush it. I feel like, you know, they don't need to take a lot of the time, because I feel like I wanted to get right into the point, but no, it just took longer of the episode to show, instead of, you know, here's this, let's waste a little bit of time. Oh, we're about to do this next episode. That's what I really don't like too much in anime, is how they just I just really don't like that at all. But hopefully in the 4th season will go well. And then my second complaint, and pretty much everybody would agree me on board on this, and it is the 3rd season. So I have nothing wrong against the characters. There's nothing wrong at all of this anime besides its poor quality animation. So I was blinded a little bit, because I didn't know that the animation was a lot shittier than it was in the first 2 seasons. That's because A1 Studios were the first people to produce this anime for the first 2 seasons, and then the 3rd season they handed off to Studio Dean. By far, they had the worst. They had the worst anime production I ever saw in Seven Deadly Sins, and it was because I think A1 Studios was like picking they wanted to do. I think it was like the Rising of the Shield Hero or Seven Deadly Sins to go off of, but they chose, I think, Seven Deadly Sins, the Rising of the Shield Hero, or another anime. It was something of those animes that I can't recall, but it was something like that. They picked the other anime besides Seven Deadly Sins, and it was just like, yo, like, what the fuck you doing here, bro? Like, it's really ridiculous how they just chose to work on a different project and just hand off one of their best creations ever to a bad studio. And the animation was just fucking, it was shit. If you will go to YouTube right now and type in the comparison of season 1 and 2 to 3, you can tell by far there is a complete mass difference of quality production of the anime. And it's really obvious, because I noticed of the 13th season of, when I'm going to spoil this here if you guys have not watched it, of Esquirrel versus the Meliodas fight, I felt like the animation and like the fight scene was just piss poor done. It was just fucking stupid. It was just fucking ridiculous, and I was just like thinking, like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is not a good fight scene. And right off the bat, like, I should have noticed how bad the animation was, and then I looked up a video that talked about this and even showed comparisons again of the first 2 seasons, where they're great quality great quality animations ever compared to the third season, which is complete dog shit, and it really is. So the fourth season that's coming on October, I'm pretty sure, yeah, October of 2020. So we're only technically, today is March, so there's only 7 months before that happens. So my only concern is that either Studio Dean needs to have more people on their team, or they need to hand this anime off to someone who, or hand this anime to another studio that can, can handle a great anime that can give us great quality of, content to watch. Or they should partner up with another studio to help them out with the anime, because, like, by far, like, my friend literally told me that the only reason why he's watching it is because of the story. The story is keeping him watching the anime. Otherwise, he wouldn't watch it because, again, the quality was just really dog shit. So, those are my only complaints of this anime. Other than that, it is fantastic. One of the best animes ever that you guys should see right now. And I will give a good rate, a 9.5 out of 10. Because, again, guys, it's just the complaints about, I felt like again, the animation was dog shit, and I felt like the longevity of each episode, I feel like they were extended too much, or I don't know what I said earlier. I just felt like the episodes were just like, a little bit too long, and it should have been like a little bit rushed, but not like rush. It's like, you don't want to waste your time watching on something if it's not going to get to the point. I get it that it should extend for 24 episodes, and it's fine like that. But again, that's just my personal take on it. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comments section about something that was sent, or Nanatsu no Taizai? I think I said that so wrong than the first time I said it earlier in this video. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sanegos339, and I hope you all have a wonderful morning, night, day, evening, whatever the occasion is, and I will see you all lovely, ladies and gentlemen, in the next one. Peace out.